Linux-Regal-Elite-Walk-Through-Part 1. Let's talk about some of the unique features in Linux-Regal-Elite, which is one of our most advanced operating systems released to date. On the right hand side, you're going to see an Avant window navigator. This is a docking bar for your everyday used applications. In order to remove the applications you don't want, simply right click them and remove them. In order to add applications, simply choose the application you want, drag and drop to where the plus sign shows up, and then there you go. Now you can actually take this and place it wherever you want on the bar to organize. To adjust this bar to your liking or look, right click on this square, dock preferences, higher the number, bigger the bar, lower the number, smaller the bar in order to adjust it to fit your screen. Additional settings can be found here. These are the default settings for Elite. Themes, advanced settings, and so on. Highly encourage you to not play with it much unless you actually know for sure what you're doing so you don't break it. On the bar, you've got your Firefox web browser, Google Chrome, TeamViewer 6 and 7 used for your remote assistance from PC Trends, Thunderbird for a mail client, GIMP or GNU image manipulation program. It's a replacement for Adobe Photoshop, Picasa, which is a general photo manager, LibreOffice Writer, and Excel or Calc, same thing. Synaptic Package Manager, Update Manager, Banshee, which is your primary music player, Clementine, another primary music player, SM Player, an ideal movie player, Handbrake for coding movies for your portable devices, for iPads, iPods, and pretty much everything else in between, Alsa Mixer, which is ideal for adjusting your sound, calculator, and I place this here just in case I ever have an issue with this one. What this icon does is it resets the top and bottom panels if you ever need to. It's also right here, and to place one here, just drag and drop it right there, and there you go. Top right hand corner where your account is, if you left click it, here's your options to shut down, log out. Shutdown will have a restart option on it as well. System settings, here's all your settings for the system. Sound, printers, additional drivers, appearance, screen, user accounts, date and time, and so on. Date, time, and calendars right here. Left click it, brings up the calendar. Right click it, preferences to adjust the calendar. By default, the system is set to Metacity and GTK. In order to turn on Compiz is very simple. Right click the Fusion icon, which looks like this, and then change to Compiz, change to Emerald. Once you do that, sometimes you'll need to reset this. Simply right click it and quit. Accessories, Avant window navigator right here to start it again. Anytime you adjust Compiz, always disable Compiz first and enable Metacity. Then go into the settings manager, adjust your settings as you see fit, and then go back and then enable Compiz. Emerald can be enabled on the fly, no problem at all. To change the borders around the windows, click on Emerald Theme Manager and then just choose a background or whatever that you want to use. Just like that. Okay. And that's adjusting your borders around the windows. Internet connections can be found here. If you have a Wi-Fi adapter plugged in, or it's a laptop or a netbook or whatever it might be. Left click on it, give the adapter a second install, and then Wi-Fi networks will show up just like this. Choose the one you want, click on it, enter your password, and away you go. Wi-Fi networks will look like this. Wire networks will look like this. And then you'll just have a little red X if there's no connection at all. Right click, connection information, gives you information about your connection. Edit connections, give you the ability to delete your connections, and so on. This is Radio Tray, gives you the ability to play some online radio stations as you work. Sound settings, left click gives you a simple bar, right click more advanced settings that we just saw in system settings. This icon will show up when an external audio device is plugged in, like my headset, and it has the same features, like that. This we just covered to reset the top and bottom panels. This is only used to turn on CompIS in VirtualBox. It's a force to enable CompIS once your guest editions is installed in VirtualBox. This is like Task Manager but called System Monitor. Does the same thing. First section, info about the system, processes that you can end, misbehaving ones, resources, gives you a readout on how much RAM is being used, how much you have, processors, what they're doing, and so on. Here's your weather. Left click to bring up the forecast. Right click to adjust settings, change your locations, and so on. These are additional features that can be installed. I have mine set up to control each core individually. To add additional applets to the panel, hold down Alt and then left click, right click at the same time. Go to Add to Panel. This application is called CPU Frequency Scaling Monitor. I started at one for each core. I started one for each core, and to adjust them per core, right click, go to Preferences, and then choose the core that one represents. Just like that. Left click on these, Power Save, Performance Conservative, gives you the ability to control each processor as you see fit. There's tons of other additional applets in here. The best ones are already pre-enabled in Elite. Down at the bottom, any open windows being worked on at the time will show up down here. In order to make them go away, just click on them, come back, click on them again. If you right click, you have the same settings as you would in Windows to move, resize, and maximize, close, and so on. This one here shows your desktop, and this is for your trash can. Right click to empty, left click to open. Here's your empty and restore, and so on. Places is where all your personal folders is located. This is self-explanatory. All of your personal folders is in here. Linux-Regal-Elite is designed to be incredibly easy, easier than Windows to understand. Recent documents is down here. Backups, copy, paste, drag and drop work the same in here as they do in Windows. What I like to do if I'm going to be backing stuff up is I will open up two folders, and then what you can do is you can drag and drop between both. Or if you want to do a backup, you can actually just copy and then paste to another source, and so on. You plug in a USB device, it's going to show up in the navigation pane. Choose your DVD device, choose what you want to back up, right click, you can either cut, which will remove it, or you can drag and drop as I just showed, or you can copy and paste in order to make a backup of it. You can back up a whole bunch of things at one time by selecting all of them, right click and go to copy, open up your USB device and paste, just like that. The way the navigation pane works is very much like Windows. On the left side is all your folders. Right side is the folder you're viewing at the time. All your personal folders can be found in the home folder, and they can also be found individually in their own sections, like so. Browsing network resources. Click on Browse the Network. Choose a network resource. Choose what you want to see. These would be pre-set up network resources. I can't remember what I set up on this one. Anyway, you just choose the network resource you want to view at, and away you go, just like that. Okay. Applications. All your software is found in here. It's all self-explanatory. We're going to end this video and move to the next, part 2, and then we'll start covering software.